Okay, let's take a look at this. Looks like a little bit of mixture of this and that. We'll start at the Emperor. The Emperor is a very exalted being. It is the highest morals. It is truly being in integrity. It also can stand for a person that have those qualities. So if you're needing a little advice, or if you're needing to make a decision, please get in your highest creative essence and your true integrity, Pisces. Your true integrity before you make any decisions. It does look like some decisions are coming up. But as long as you take the high road, it looks like it will work out. It looks like a positive flow towards the future here. But the Emperor is really one of exaltedness and wisdom and kind of the Dalai Lama of the tarot deck. So ask for help if you need it, Pisces. And if you are in a situation where your morals are being tested, please take the high road. And you have great wisdom, lots of information, and it looks like you're supposed to be out in the world a little bit, sharing this information and being your exalted self out in the world. Come out wherever you are, dear Pisces. And there are some wonderful energies that you have to share and some information. You have quite an array of information. So please don't be afraid to share that. It's time to come out and get some sun on your face and share some of that wisdom. What crosses you is sometimes walking away from things that are very obvious, things that have pleasured you in the past, things that were habitual, things that did not serve. So it looks like you are really doing a 180 from a lot of things that you have done over the last decade or so, dear Pisces. But it looks like you're trying some new things, taking a leap of faith, and going into the unknown. It looks like there's an idea here that needs to be brought into the forefront. It's also crossing this card. So it's something, take a leap of faith. Don't be so afraid, Pisces. What you have to say is a lot and very useful to many people. So come out of the closet a little bit and speak your truth. Get out there in the world. There are people that need your wisdom and your kindness and your ability to show others what responsibility looks like. So, but it's time to walk away from some of the habits, the people, the places that don't serve you, that aren't reciprocal, that aren't balancing for you. And of course, it's a little scary, but it's time to do that. You need to heal yourself. And it looks like there's some frustration and anger when you're helping someone over and over and it's the same problem. They're doing it over and over again. Well, they need to learn how to clean up that mess, not you. You, dear Pisces, are very responsible and very able to read between the lines and see what's going on in the big picture. That is a very rare skill that most water signs think everyone has, but they do not, dear Pisces. Here is the Knight of Swords. This looks like, and it's feeling like it's a younger person, someone younger than 30, or emotionally younger than 30, let's say. And the swords are air signs. So this would be Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. It is right above the Emperor and also walking away from some things. So there may be someone that you've tried to help over and over and over again that you just need to set a clear boundary with, that this is not okay. This is okay. Now that the holidays are coming up, we kind of lose our balance a little bit. We lose our boundaries because we try to connect more with our kindness. But it is truly a time where people can manipulate us as well, because you let your guard down, your boundaries become a little bit more fluid. So it looks like this air sign, and again, that's Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, can be a man or a woman, someone under 30, around 30, but someone needs a really clear boundary with you, Pisces. A very, very clear boundary. Doesn't mean I don't love you. It just means this is where the experience or the energy or the situation will stop. So it looks like some very solid boundaries need to be put in place, Pisces, and kept there for your own preservation, for your own happiness. You do go out on a limb a lot for other people, but this particular person is kind of has this entitlement. It's feeling a little entitlement because it's been happening this way for so long. So it may take a little practice on learning how to say no. I like to say no is a complete word with a capital N and a period at the end of the O. And it does not mean I don't love you. It just means this is my boundary. So some clear boundaries have to be readdressed, Pisces. For your betterment, for your betterment. The Chariot here is in the past position. This can mean travel in style. It also can mean finding your balance. It can be the duplicitousness of life that is showing you the dark and the light. And you know we must connect with the dark side of us to truly appreciate the light. So it looks like a lot of dichotomies, a lot of duplicitous things have been happening in your life. But it also is feeling like you're either planning for a trip, saving for a trip, or creating one as well. This feels like it's an adventure more than it is like a have to, like a family thing. Although some of you may be going out of town for the holidays, for the Christmas holidays. But this is really feeling like more finding the balance in the duplicitousness, the dark and the light, and embracing the dark side of us as well, and learning to love. Love when we fall, because we learn. We learn every time we fall and pick ourselves up. We learn. So it looks like something big has just happened, where you're kind of putting the pieces of the puzzle back together, finding out the balance of life. And it looks like a very big decision was made, and it's like, how do you enact it? How do you put it into the world? How do you manifest it for the betterment of everyone? And for some of you, Pisces, it feels like there may be either a challenge in your relationship, possibly a separation, divorce, but it's a big shift in your life that you're now trying to reconcile and figure out what that's going to look like for the future. But ultimately, it looks like a positive for you, whether it's regrouping in your relationship or releasing it. This is the time, this is the year that everyone is looking at the relationship, so this does not surprise me. But basically, the Chariot is finding the joy in the dark and the light, finding the balance, and also being good to yourself, traveling in style, taking a step up in your collecting of information, a little higher level of information. So that is what's going on in the past. And what is in the present time is the Four of Wands. This is one of great joy, great jubilation, celebratory. It's one of feeling supported and loved, and a place of joy and bliss. It's a wonderful card, and it does show up quite a lot in December because also because of the holidays. But this is present time right now. So it looks like you're really starting to connect. Not just the have-tos, but the fun things. So gathering for barbecues, gathering for movies, just reconnecting with some friends from the past and making time for your own bliss and your own joy. The star card here is one in the future, and the star card has a number of meanings. But it also, I know that this came up, I believe, in one of your readings in the past month, maybe even 2 months ago. The star card came up for you about giving energy away. But this is feeling more like you're giving more to yourself. You're giving more towards new creations. And there's some new ideas that are being filtered in or downloaded to you, and some things that you've really, really wanted to do in the past that maybe you didn't have money, time, energy for, but it looks like you're carving out some of the necessities so you can start some of your projects and some of your the things that these wonderful ideas that you've had for a while, Pisces, but now putting them into the universe and manifesting them on the earth plane. There is a little bit of gifting of other people here. I think because it's right here that this is part of that setting boundaries, really giving to yourself by setting boundaries for others. This air sign here, this is a great step in the right direction. It looks like it's a continuation of really speaking your mind with love and kindness, not to be mean, but to make your life a little easier and a little less responsible for other people, more responsible for yourself. And then you will have time for these wonderful, wonderful creations and ideas that you want to manifest and really bring into the earth plane. The star is a great card for shifting things from the mind and really shifting them into the earth plane to make them real. So that is coming up for you, some of these great ideas and projects. What is the basis of this is the Nine of Wands and, Nine of Swords. And Swords, it looks like you're exactly what's happening here. You're not getting real rejuvenative sleep. It looks like active sleep on the astral, or not being able to sleep very much. Your dreams kind of taking over your wake state, or anxiety in general, causing some sleep problems. I'm also feeling a little bit of stomach stuff. Not sure if it's like gas or indigestion, something like that. So when I ask Spirit what that means, I'm seeing this big, big cup of water. So I'm not sure. It feels like you need to really take care of your health, drink more water, give your body what it really needs, and process some of these stuff that are really laying heavy on your heart and on your head. It is causing you some disruption in your sleep patterns. Sorry, I had to take a sip of coffee. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles. You have two knights here, so you're really moving and shaking and moving some energy around, and it looks like speaking your truth a little bit more. Knights can be kind of that fighting spirit within us. It also can stand for a person. Pentacles are earth, that's Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. This is feeling like it is a person. It can be a male or female, usually someone under 30 or emotionally under 30. But this feels like there is a challenge. Something is laying very heavy. It's also some judgment. So it feels like there's some judgment coming towards you that is also having some effect on your sleep patterns here. But I encourage you to speak your truth with love and kindness. Set those boundaries. I think once you start setting those boundaries and keeping them, it's the consistency of keeping those boundaries, then that whole entitlement energy, which I'm feeling from both these people, will subside a little bit. They'll be able to hear you a little bit. It looks like some difficulty coming up with this Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. It is right on the side of the star, so that is your highest creative essence in your dreams and your wishes. So it looks like some of this jive gets in the way. So make sure I put your priorities first. And if it's something that you're cleaning up for someone that is not necessary, it's all right to release it with love and kindness, and not to do those responsibilities that really weren't slated for you in the first place. But it looks like you have some big stuff coming up in the future, some moving some energy, releasing some energy, creating projects, simplifying your life. It feels like you're in the process now. You're right in the middle of simplifying your life. A judgment card is right here. So that can be your judgment. That can be someone else's. But it's much easier to put that judgment down with a no expectation kind of level. And it makes it much easier to enjoy life when it's a surprise, instead of having expectations that are met or not met. So, yeah, the judgment card. This is Also feels like you have some energy from outside sources based on a decision that was here, kind of upset the apple cart, maybe, especially for those that are releasing their marriages, their relationship spaces. Everyone seems to have an opinion on what we are doing to either better ourselves or change our lives. So know that this probably comes from a place of love, but it is not necessary to integrate it into your decisions. But there seems to be a lot of outside sources, a lot of outside focus on you as you make these changes. So I encourage you to continue making those changes, Pisces. They are moving in the right direction. The Ace of Cups is here. That's what I call the aces are the God cards. When we are on the right path, cups are emotions. So you're allowing yourself to feel your true feelings. You're allowing yourself to speak your true feelings about things and having that give and take instead of really swallowing your true feelings on things. This is not necessarily welcomed all that much by certain people, but it is helping you grow into the full, powerful being that you are supposed to be, Pisces. So there's been a really big shift for you over the last 6 months. You are now seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's not a train. So this Ace of Cups is kind of lighting the way, giving you permission to feel your feelings and to express them. As long as you express them with love and kindness, that you are not responsible for how anybody takes them, as long as it's not malicious or manipulative. And that's what I'm seeing is happening. You are just trying to clear the slate, make room for you. You're readjusting your life and your purpose and releasing the things that are really not necessary for you, speaking your truth. There's a Queen of Pentacles here that is of great support for this change that's happening, even though there are some judgments and some negative towards the change that's happening. There's a strong ally here in this Earth, wonderful Pentacle Queen. And Earth is Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So this is someone who's really supporting that change and not sitting in judgment for you, and really being your ally, and very positive, very strong, and it's not leading you in the wrong direction. It does also feel like there is a shift. You know, Pentacles can also stand for money. Not only this Queen does it stand for a person, but it feels like that there's a new opportunity for money. An exalted opportunity, possibly even having a promotion of some kind, letter of recommendation, a positive kudos for what you've been doing. And you've been really being the cog of the wheel for a lot of people, not only at work, but at home. So it looks like you'll be getting some recognition out in the world. And I'm feeling much, much more recognition and much more of you, dear Pisces, entering into the world a little bit and going out, enjoying yourself. But it looks like you have been kind of sitting inside for a while and doing other people's biddings. Okay, look at these. These are a couple of cards I like to throw for clarity. They're the chakra cards. They seem to be really well. They vibe really well. So it looks like forgiveness. You're looking at forgiving yourself, forgiving others. In order to really truly move on, the anger does nothing but stay in our space and kind of holds us in that angry space. We don't grow from it, whether the person that has done us wrong or not holds it or not. We tend to self-sabotage if we do not forgive, if we're holding that anger. So release that forgiveness to whoever slighted you. Also, trust your instincts more. Pisces, you are usually right on the money. Whatever pops into your head, very first thing pops into your head, sweet Pisces, please trust your instincts. You are one of the most in tune signs there is on the planet. You are the senior one. You are the wise one. Please trust yourself. Trust what is coming through to you. Trust what you feel. If someone is saying something to you and you feel the opposite, please trust your own intuition and realize that jive comes in all packages, but usually spirit lets us know right off the bat, either with chicken skin or that doesn't sound right, but trust yourself. And the more and more and more you trust the God of your heart as your truth, you will have more and more confidence that that is so.